high heat, too much on that one. Now it's going to be Evan Carter. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Comes up empty.
0-2.
On the ground to third. Devers throws on to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. Scott Rowland digs in now. Puts one down in front of the plate. Gets it to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Well, here we go. Top of the third. Scoreless game. Here's Juan Soto. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
And there's a ball. And that's in for a strike. And a count 2-1. And that's outside. Runner at first with no outs here. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
C.J. Abrams swings through it for strike 1. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
The shortstop takes the ball. Fly ball center field. Carter on his way over. He's got it. And that is a big first out.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Carter swings through it for strike 1. And that one fouled off. Soto over at second. Rutschman at first. One gone.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
This to third. To Kinsler. Over to first. Safe.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Grich swings through it for strike 1.
0-1.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there. And we're back. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. Perez measures 6 feet 4 inches, 245 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Next offering is in the dirt. And downstairs.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
And here is Sosa to the plate. Late on that fastball. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. That's off the mark. And now it's even 1-1. There's a swing and a miss.
1-2 is the count.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. And it remains 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Lance Berkman will hit next. Swinging a foul straight back. Berkman checks his swing. Appeal down to third. No swing. He held up. Clyde Washington with the call there. And that one hit 97 on the gun. swings and misses, went with the sweeper.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
2 outs. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Start of the 4th, and now here is Harper. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
You know, this group of hitters showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Adele takes a ball as he stands in for the 2nd time. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
And there's 2 away. Now it's Devers at the plate. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
It's 0-1. Ball, that's down.
4th inning underway. No score. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Sosa settles underneath it. Corrals it. And that is that. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the shortstop, Derek Jeter. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Well, these guys just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Now the number 2 hitter, Jarren Duran. Just missed.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And he handles it himself for the out. Juan Soto now. Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. We go to the top of the 5th. Stepping in, Richie Sexson. Clemens back to work. Way high with that one. And that's ball 1.
Well, these players just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success. But at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
Swing and a miss, and 102 on the radar gun. In there at the knees.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
The other way. Berkman steps on the bag, 1 up, 1 down. Now here is Juan Soto. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one outside. Ball 1. Out to center. Carter in position. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Here's Adley Rutschman. He reached on a walk his first time. Clips the corner, and that's strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
all tied up, and we're at the top of the fifth. And he grounds one to the right side. And that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. That's out to center field. Carter under this one. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. At the plate, Ian Kinsler. That's a strike thanks to the sweeper.
0-1.
That was the sweeper, but it missed. Check swing, called strike. Just missed.
That's the ball.
This one popped up right side. Sexton makes the catch, and there's one gone. So up next, Evan Carter grounded out his first time up. And a foul ball. Bases empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Big Red picks up the K. And here is Scott Rowland. 0 for 1 so far. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Up the middle, base hit, and that extends the inning.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. Could have let that pitch get a little deeper into the zone and tried to go the other way with it. Got it off the end a little bit, but found a hole up the middle.
Perez, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Ball outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Foul ball.
Swings and misses. Strikeout number 8. All set for the top of the 6th. And the batter now, C.J. Abrams. Abrams, 24 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2019. The 1-0. And another ball. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 2-1. Just missed.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Next offering in there for a strike. 3-2 now. That's towards center. Carter has this one sized up. He's got it. 1 down. So the lineup flips over. Here's the left fielder, Evan Carter. Ripped to short. Tosses across the first. That's out number 2. Now it's the second baseman, Bobby Grich.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air. Maybe drive it into the gap.
Strikes.
That one missing inside.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Next pitch is downstairs. And there's the automatic.
Taking all the way on 3-0 right there. And as a hitter, you're saying, why couldn't I get that pitch earlier in the count when I'm looking to swing?
That one in triple digits.
Count is full.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That one the other way. Kinsler whips it to first. That's the third out. Well, we go bottom 6, and now the right fielder, Sammy Sosa. And a foul ball. That's off the inside corner. 1-1. And strike 2.
1-2.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Harper sizing this one up, puts it away for the out. And there's one down. And here is Lance Berkman. Caught looking his first time up. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Here's your 1. Ball 1 there. That's inside.
That's inside.
That one is absolutely belted. Adios, pelota. And that gives them a lead. It's 1-0. Derek Jeter now at the plate. Both 2 in this one. Calls it in, 2 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Foul ball there. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one is inside. And down on strikes. That's his 9th strikeout so far. And we're back. Now it's the right field. New pitcher now, Emmanuel Clase.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Carter settles under this one, and there's 1 down. Here's Joe Adell. He's 0 for 1. Just
Ball,
missed.
that's outside.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Fastball for a strike. And the count 1-1. And that's too high. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
2-2's the count.
Stays alive. Looking to get the tying run on base. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Rafael Devers. Devers, the baby-faced assassin. Fouled off. He was late. Two outs. Up and in. 1-2 to count.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
To the right side, Kinsler. In plenty of time to first, and Devers is set down. Out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 7th. Now here is Juan Soto. Late with the swing there.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
The 0-2. Breaking ball misses down and away.
1-2.
Outside low. Now 2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Digging in, Ian Kinsler. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
It's 0-1.
And that one is inside ball one.
Nope, ball.
Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom of the seventh. Next offering is fouled back.
Ball. Full count.
Outside, and that is ball four.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses in. Safe at second with a stolen base. Swings and misses. Ugly cut on the slider for strike 3. Now the third baseman, Scott Rowland. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. First pitch just misses. Ottavino. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strike. Devers throws on to first. That's the third out. Inning over.
Yeah, I do. I do it often. If we ain't talking money, we ain't talking. It's the game.
We're at the top of the 8th, and here's the first baseman, Richie Sexson. Clase back to work. And that's downstairs. And that is ball one. Right through there for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at-bat.
Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Check swing, and he went. And the count is even, 2-2. This one in the air. Jeter settles underneath it. Squeezes it. 1 away. And next is the designated hitter, Juan Soto. 1 for 2. On the corner for a strike.
0-1.
And ball 1.
1-1.
And a count 1-2. Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Hit on the ground to the right side. Berkman takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Next to hit, Adley Rutschman. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Swinging a foul straight back. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
And a base hit right there. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Nice line drive to pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And fouled off. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And that's the third. to the bottom of the eighth. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Edge of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1.
And a big swing and a miss.
0-2.
So Salvi is set down on strikes. So digging in, Sammy Sosa. Strike one.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
No,
and that misses. And that's ball one.
1-1.
Ground ball up the middle. 2 up, 2 down.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Berkman at the plate for the third time as he comes up empty there.
0-1.
That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Inside, 2-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
2-2.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And it's a 3 up, 3 down inning.
Yeah, trust me when I tell you.
All set for the start of the inning. Now the left field. New pitcher on here, Jesse Chavez.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Deal 1. And that one fouled off.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get her out.
Now this one is hammered way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied. A solo shot. It's 1-1. And now here is Bobby Grich.
No, that's
outside. 1-0.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
1-1.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. Makes the grab, 1 down. Here's Harper now. 0 for 3 in this one. Off the mark there. And it's 1-0. One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the 9th. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run. The left-hander on now, Adrian Morejon. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Not even close there. And that's ball 1.
Ball.
Well, this is a little tough for the hitter in the back of the mind. You're wondering with first base open, am I going to get a pitch to hit? Got to stay back. Let your hands work. Stay in the middle of the field.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. This one bashed to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. It's their second home run of the inning, and now they're out in front. It's 3-1. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Carter has a beat on it. Brings it in. 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. And now the first baseman, Richie Sexson. Late on that fastball.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Swing and a miss, 98 miles per hour on the gun. Bottom 9, and now the shortstop, Derek Jeter. Towards first, Sexson takes it himself, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th. Jarren Duran, the next to hit. Just off the inside edge. Into center. Grich makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. So they're down to their final out. Juan Soto getting ready to hit. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Ottavino is just 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, all game, this team had to battle with